everybody, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing a little declutter. So this is my declutter box. I'm going to be decluttering some makeup tools and products that I don't really want anymore. Either they're empty, they're old, or I just don't reach for them. So yeah, let's get started. So my kind of decluttering system works where if I find something in my collection that I'm just not reaching for, I put it in this box. And if I decide that I'm going to reach for it, I can take it out of this box, put it back in my collection, so then I only end up with things that I don't actually want. So let's start going through these. First item in my declutter box is this NARS foundation. It's their All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I think I found this at Marshall's or TJ Maxx, one of those kind of stores. This is in the shade Mont Blanc Light 2. And it's okay. It's a little yellow for my complexion. It's not a completely accurate color match. And it's very kind of drying. It's supposed to be kind of a lighter coverage foundation, but I don't know. It just looks like kind of dry and cakey and weird on my skin. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm going to be getting rid of these two Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour Liquid Lipsticks. I got these from I think the Jawbreaker collection about 2 years ago. Yeah, I think 2019. This is the shade Yes Ma'am and Purple Urkel. I just haven't been reaching for these because they're such bright colors, but also I smelled them the other day and I think I singed a few of my nose hairs off. So these have definitely gone out of date and I wouldn't feel comfortable putting these anywhere near my face. So yeah, these are gonna go. Next, I have some different brushes and makeup tools. So this is a Revlon eyelash curler. I don't really like it. It feels very stiff and the kind of curling rubber part doesn't have like any give. Do you see how little give that has? In comparison, this is one of my favorite eyelash curlers, and so now it meets it, and then do you see how much give that has? So this is kind of the amount of give that I like, and this just doesn't have that. So I'll see if my mom or my sister wants this. I have two Anastasia Beverly Hills double-ended brushes. I think these were from the Modern Renaissance and Prism palettes, both of which are no longer in my collection because they're just too old and I wasn't using them, so these are also gonna go. Somehow I ended up with this Mary Kay brush. I don't know, I don't use it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. This is an e.l.f. contouring brush that I got back when I thought I needed a specific contouring brush. It's kind of a very, very thin oval shape and I just don't use it. I much prefer to use like a blending brush for my contour or a powder brush, so this is gonna go. This is an old double-ended Wet n Wild brush. This is one of the first makeup brushes that I got with a palette. I think it was one of their 12-pan palettes that were in like black plastic packaging with a clear top, and this is one of the kinds of brushes that came with it, so this is just old. I don't use it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And lastly, we have this Silisponge off-brand one. I never used it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Next, I have this e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. I don't really like this stuff. I kind of learned a little while ago, probably in like maybe 2019, late 2019, that I don't look good with pore filling primers. The only one that really works on my skin is the other e.l.f. one, the Poreless Putty one that's in that little container. That one works great, but this one is just a little bit too much like spackle. And it smells really weird. It smells like mildewy for some reason. I'm maybe like a third of the way done with this, but maybe somebody else can use it. Next we have an empty. This is a ColourPop Brow Boss pencil in brunette. It is completely used up because I love this product so much. And I have another one that I'll open once I use up another brow pencil. So this is just gonna go in the bin. Next I have some mascaras that I'm getting rid of for various reasons. So this one's just old. I probably got it maybe like, when did I get this? Probably winter 2019, Christmas 2019. So it just needs to go. It's too old. I mean, it was working fine, but it's just too old to keep using. This is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Uncensored Mascara. I think I put a little sticker on it. Yeah, I opened it in June or July of last year. I don't really like the brush on it. It's very like weird. I don't know. I just don't like it. And I feel like the formula was too wet and it just didn't give me enough length or volume, and it's old now anyway, so I'm gonna also get rid of that. I'm also gonna get rid of the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I like the packaging on this and I like the effect it had, but it just smudged so bad on me. I have a really big problem with smudging with mascaras, and it's kind of a make or break for me. I have to, you know, let things go if they smudge, and this did, so this is gonna go. Last, I have this AOA Studio Fat Lash Mascara. This is also old, and I need to get rid of it. And it was so hard to get the brush out. Like, it's, you can see how big the brush is compared to the rest of it. Yeah, and it's old. I just wasn't using it. It didn't really give me enough of the effect that I wanted, so this is also gonna go. Next, I have this Milk Makeup foundation. It's their Blur Liquid Matte Foundation. This one's in the shade Ivory. I tried it out on camera a few weeks ago, or maybe months ago. I don't know at this point. I post so infrequently on here. But I got it, I think, at TJ Maxx because I wanted to try it out, and it's just not the right color for me. And you know, I could lighten it and make it work every time, but I'm not really in a place to like put in more effort to make something work like this. But I think it will color match my mom, so I'll see if she wants it. I have another empty. This is a lip gloss from Shop Nova Magic, which is an indie brand that I follow on Instagram, who I will link down below in the description. I kind of squeezed the rest of this tube into my Fenty Beauty lip gloss tube. I just kind of put all my different miscellaneous glosses that are on their last legs in here. So I have a doe foot, which I prefer to use. So yeah, the rest of this is in here. So I'm just gonna toss this since it's basically empty. Next, I have this May Create Gather Beauty kind of pH lip balm thing in the color 120 orange. This is one of those kind of pH color changing lip balms. It looks like a cute color. It looks like it would be a nice kind of peachy orange, but it just turns into like straight up neon pink on my lips. It's kind of cute packaging, kind of inspired by Dior's kind of lip balms, but it's just way too pink for me, and I just don't really look in hot pink. That's just how it is. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Another kind of lip balm product I'm getting rid of is this Sanuo two-tone lip tint lip bar. It's kind of a dupe for a Laneige one, and it broke. It broke off and died, so it's gonna go. It's just gotta go. There's nothing in it anymore. I'm also gonna be getting rid of this lip gloss. It's also from Shop Nova Magic. It's just got too big chunks of glitter in it. They're just too big for me to want to use. I like things that are a little finer. I think I have another one from her. Let me go grab it. I have this one also from the brand that's Hollow Heaven, I think, or Halo Heaven, something like that. But this has much smaller flakes of glitter, so this is kind of more of a size that I can get along with, but this is just a little bit too big for me, so I'm gonna get rid of this one, keeping this one. Next, I have this ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade With the Band. It's one of their matte ones. I don't think they even make this color anymore, but it's just super dry, and like the stick of lipstick has kind of broken off inside of it, and it's just too dry. It's too old, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Next, I have this NYX Professional Makeup Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade 619 Rust. I just don't reach for it. It's great quality, but I just don't reach for it, so I'm gonna get rid of it and make more room in my makeup collection. We have another item from NYX. This is their Suede Matte Lip Liner. This is in the shade, I think, Kitten Heels. I used this as a lip liner for a long time, but then I decided to try and use it out as an eyeliner at my own risk to see if that would work, but it was just too hard and dry to use it like that. So I'm still on the hunt for a nice bright red cream eyeliner. If you have any recommendations, please put them in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. So yeah, this has just gotta go. It's just too old. I'm also going to be decluttering this kind of brow powder duo that I got at Daiso. It's got kind of a darker color and a lighter, more warm color. I just don't reach for it. Maybe my mom will be able to use it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Next, I have a couple lip balms. This one is from Beauty Treats. It's one of their Sweet Treats lip balms. This is in the Strawberry Surprise flavor. I mean, it's a nice scent, but it's just too bright of a pink for me. You can see I've used it quite a lot. It used to be kind of taller. There used to be more balm in it, but I just don't use it that much anymore because I don't really like how it looks. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Next, I have this Chapstick Total Hydration lip chapstick in Soothing Vanilla. This is just old and there's like barely anything left, so I don't feel comfortable using it and I'm just gonna get rid of it. Next, I have this Chapstick Medicated lip balm. I just don't really use it. There was a time where I had really dry lips and I was having some really bad issues with cracking because in my sculpture class we were working with plaster and my lips had a really bad reaction to being in a room with a bunch of plaster dust, so I don't really need this anymore. And I have another one, I think that's by Carmex, and I think I like that one more, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Oh, I almost forgot a tool. This is a pencil sharpener. I think it's from Mary Kay. I've had this for like years and I just don't use it. I don't have anything to use it for, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I have another foundation. This is the Ink Cushion foundation from Peri Para in the shade number 2 Beige. I liked the finish of it, but it was just the wrong color. You can see I kind of used it. I tried to kind of salvage it by putting some moisturizer in it so that it would sheer it out, but it's just still too dark for me, even sheared out. So I'm gonna see if my mom wants it. Next, I have this Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. I heard really good things about it, and everybody has like said so many great things. And I went and bought one, and I tried it, and it just didn't do it for me. Of course, with this ring light, it looks amazing, but in person, it's just way too subtle for me. I'd much rather use like a cream highlighter or something like that for something subtle. I just don't want to go to like the lengths of using a powder highlight for something that I can get with a cream that's like subtle. I like my powder highlights to be like blinding and cha-cha-cha, like my Fenty ones. Like this one in Trophy Wife. Like this is the level of shine that I want from my highlighters that are in powder form. So I'm gonna get rid of this and see if anybody wants it. I have another highlighter. This is actually a duo from I Heart Revolution. This is their Rose Gold Glow. This is like okay. It's pretty nice and blinding, but it's just kind of a little too dry of a formula. I think it's like a baked formula, but it just feels really dry and it makes my skin look dry when I use it. So I don't know, I'll see if anybody else wants it. And the colors in here, although they look blinding and they're blending when they're in direct light, they kind of give me a dark cast when they're not in light. So I'll see if anybody I know wants this. I actually have an empty perfume sample. This is the Glossier You perfume. I've gotten a couple samples of this and I love it every time. I'm trying to save up so I can get the full size someday. That'd be great. But for now, yeah, I just have some samples and this one's completely used up, so it just needs to go in the trash. I have an eyeshadow palette. This is the only eyeshadow palette I'm getting rid of. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is their collaboration palette with Soph. Has 24 eyeshadows in it. And for a while, I used to buy a lot of Makeup Revolution stuff because they used to do a lot of duping things, like, you know, back in 2015, 2016. But I just never liked their eyeshadow quality. And I got this, I think, maybe last year or late 2019, I'm not sure. But I think it was about to be discontinued, that's why I picked it up. But I just don't reach for it. I maybe used it maybe 2-3 times in like a year and a half. So I think it's just time to let this go and see if anybody else would like to use it. I have this single eyeshadow from Kiko that I'm also going to be getting rid of. This is in the shade 202 of their long-lasting wet and dry use eyeshadow. It's kind of this kind of mauve-y taupey color, and it's got a really pretty embossing on it, but it just isn't what I wanted. You know, it isn't as blinding or as sparkly or metallic as I expected it to be. Even when I use like a damp brush or a glitter glue, it just doesn't wow me, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Next is this ColourPop Just a Tint lip product. I think this is in the shade The Strand. It's just a little too pink for me. It's like a pinky nude. I have another one, and I think another one of these that are more peachy nudes, which is what I prefer, but I just don't really look good with pink lipstick, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Another ColourPop product I'm getting rid of is their liquid liner in the shade Try Me. This is a red eyeliner, and it worked maybe 5 times and then it stopped. I'm gonna do a little swatch for you. Yeah, that's it. That's all it's got. So this just needs to go. It just doesn't work anymore. In comparison, let's look at one of my newer red eyeliners. This one's NYX Vivid Brights one in Vivid Fire. Yeah, you can see difference in pigment. Yeah, so that's why I'm getting rid of the ColourPop one. Next, I have another Daiso makeup item. This is their eyebrow pencil. I'm not sure what color it is or anything else about it, but it's a nice color, but it's pretty hard. It's a pretty hard pencil formula. So I'll see if my mom wants it, since she likes to fill in her eyebrows every day. Yeah, we'll see if she wants it. Next, I have this Kaja Moon Crystal Eye Pigment in the shade Magic. I got this in like 2019, I think. It's really pretty, and I've used it before on this channel, but I haven't really used it outside of that one use. It's kind of one of those kind of rusty red colors with the kind of teal shift, but as you can see, when it's not in the light, you can see how kind of like streaky it is. It doesn't look very finely milled, or maybe it's too finely milled. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of it because I just don't use it. Last two things. These are both kind of sample size products from Sephora. This is the Fenty Mademoiselle lipstick in Griselda. It's a very dark, vampy red that's really pretty, but I just never wear it. It's just too high maintenance of a color. You can see how pretty that is, but I just don't use it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And then there's this Bite Beauty lip crayon in Glacé. This is more of kind of like a mauve-y, dusty nude color. It's really pretty, but again, I just don't use it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And that is it, I think. So this is everything I'm getting rid of. This is everything I'm decluttering from my collection. I'll see how many items it is and put it on the screen. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!